So, thank you for this opportunity to be able to speak here. And so, let's start. Wha- What happens when you don't study for 18 months? Uh, Less marks, social stigma, imposter syndrome, and of course, sarcastic taunts. All of that. But also, how about giving a TEDx talk? Well, all of that depends upon your priorities, but you still learn. Every single day you live, you learn from your experiences. Our brain is made to learn. Every single day, we collect these experiences and learn something. So, irrespective of you studied or not, you still learn. And COVID did disrupt our learning, rather the conventional learning. For 18 months, we have not been able to study properly. But still, I was able to learn. So what did I learn? Well, it helped me develop a vision that's beyond the bubbles, that's beyond the apparent that we are just trapped into these numerous bubbles, and a vision that can help us to scale this infinity and beyond. So let's dive deep. So these are the 4 key pillars that I believe for the bubbles that we need to burst in our lives. And let's get started with the first one, beyond the rat race. That's towards individuality and passion. So what's the what's the rat race? It actually restricts our vision. When we are in a rat race, we just define every single thing relative to us. Be it the next person to us, that defines what's our goal. We don't have our own vision to see something. It's just defined relatively. And then what happens is that we endlessly chase what everyone is doing. And then it's just the social construct that we are trapped into. And we just do things that is a result of the perception that we build by people around us. So what's the problem with rat race? Well, it actually just takes away our ability to question the why. We don't question why, but we rather do things that we are supposed to do. And that's when there's a very good quote. I mistook motion for action. And it's actually because that we are doing things, but it's not directed towards something. We are just, it changes with the people around us changing and the goals around us changing. That shouldn't be the case. And then it's an endless race. We try to take shortcuts to achieve that goal. We try to make these paths simpler. And it's like a very good quote by Albert Einstein. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Well, it's about understanding that there's nothing more simpler than the simple. And when we are in this rat race, we just constantly try to make it simpler, simpler, simpler. And if you tried this, then there's like these 2 points and you want to connect them. The simple path is a straight line. Anything simpler and tweaking will land up in a larger path. So that's what we lack in rat race. We try to make it simpler and we end up doing things that make us much more complicated. Like when I was back in grade 10, I had a choice that whether I do a dummy schooling or I choose to just continue the normal schooling and manage and juggle everything. But that was because probably I would get more time to dedicate towards my preparations. But I realized that when I didn't do dummy, now I had more time because I was doing what I like. And that was what made me realize that if we just do things that are monotonous and we are doing it for the sake of it, we don't realize the why behind it. And then it does not sync with your passion, and that creates the rifts. So to the second bubble, that's, and what actually helped, like what did stepping out of rat race provided me? So it actually provided me the time to self-introspect and first of all realize that I was trapped in a bubble. Because when you are in a bubble, the opacity does not let you realize that, okay, there's something beyond it. You are just thinking that, okay, this is it. So stepping out of that rat race made me realize that, okay, I was in this bubble of doing JEE or whatever. It was this realization that helped me forward to develop a vision. And then it was the time that I got to explore my interest, passion. I was able to tinker with electronics or delve into entrepreneurship or just have philosophical discussions with my classmates. All of this was because I was able to step out of the rat race. And that's when you are in a rat race, you are just self-centered. You don't think of others because you want to achieve this goal. But when you step out of the rat race, you actually realize that you need to be empathetic. You start understanding people. And a very simple example is that recently in COVID, I was like in touch with one of my past teachers from 2 years ago, and I came to know that he had COVID. And when I contacted one of the students who still studies at that institution, and he didn't know that being in that same institution, the teacher is not well or something. Why is this? Because we are self-centered. We just want what we want. Like, we are not seeing what is happening around us. And that makes it very important to step out of the rat race. Coming to my next bubble, beyond labels. That's towards empathy and acceptance. So the world is full of labels. We give labels to every single person. And even ourselves, the social constructs, like they just give us various labels and we don't realize our individuality. And like I was always bullied in my middle school days for being like black skin color, for my skin color. And I didn't have a lot of friends. But I realized that when I stepped out of this bubble of labels given to me by the society, I was able to actually see beyond myself beyond these labels. And to understand the depth within someone else, you need to realize that there is depth. If you just see yourself as labels, you'll see others as labels as well. And that's why it's very important to see yourself beyond these labels given to you, be it your appearance, be it your race, be it your religion, be it anything. You need to see yourself beyond these labels to see others beyond the labels. And that brings into my point of seeing beyond others, the labels that are given. It's because we just want to categorize people. Why categorize? Because it makes your task simple. You don't need to know their story. You just categorize and separate people. These are people like me and these are people like them. This is just to gratify our echo chambers, that it's my people, it's them people. What I am doing is correct and what the other person doing isn't correct. And that's why we give labels. And there's a very good quote that I recently heard. You can't hate someone when you know their story. What most of times we do is that we just give labels. And that's when we don't realize their story. And that's why it's very important that we start conversations. We see people beyond labels, understand their stories, and then actually be able to realize the depth. And that will help us develop that empathy. When you know that, okay, this person did this XYZ action for this XYZ reason, and then you can be empathetic. So that's very important to develop the empathy and the forgiveness. Coming to my next bubble, that's beyond ourselves. Most of our times, like it's very important to see beyond ourselves to develop the gratitude, inspiration, and also coexistence. In these times of pandemic, I was involved in various communities, be it online, and that enabled me to actually be part of communities that were just beyond the global bound, like the geographical boundaries. I was able to connect with people from 40 to 50 different countries, and that made me realize that what actually is the essence of seeing beyond us, realizing the greater belonging and seeing beyond just ourselves. And so are we these Indian crabs? So what are Indian crabs? Like my geography teacher used to say, like he said this joke once in a class. He said that once Britishers were taking crabs from India, and the clerk said that the barrels didn't have the lids. So what should we do? They asked to the officer. And the officer replied, don't worry, these are the Indian crabs. The clerk was like, what do you mean by Indian crabs? Well, the officer said that it's because if one tries to come out, 5 others will pull it down. So don't worry, these are Indian crabs. And that makes me realize that that is the importance of community. Together we can rise, but if we just see ourselves, we define everything just based on the rat race, we can't grow together. And that's why it's very important that we see beyond ourselves. And we are not here to compete with each other, but to complement each other. So what was my learnings from these lot of communities that I was part of? First of all, it made me realize the privileges that I have. Because there was one friend of mine, Irfan. He was from Afghanistan. I was in constant touch with him. And then just within a matter of week, when Taliban conquered the Afghanistan, he had to leave his home. Now he's a refugee in Albania. So that makes me realize that every single day I have so many privileges. I have the internet access, I have teachers, I have friends who help me, and then there's this uncertainty. And that's why I realized the lots of privileges that we all have. In these communities, people have a lot of things that they should be ungrateful for, but they are still, and they are optimistic. And then it's actually developing inspiration and pushing your own limits. I made friends who were writing poems that will create history. Friends who are sending satellites into space. Friends who were developing excellent apps. That made me realize that how unique we all are and how we can just complement each other with all of the work we are doing and be able to push our own limits, because they were constantly helping me and seeing me like my growth as cherishing. Because it shouldn't be that someone else's profit is your loss. Profit is profit for all. And that brings in the point of selflessness and coexistence. These communities made me realize that how important it is for us to be selfless and see beyond ourselves. Like there were my friends who helped me like at 5 a.m. to just complete abstract submission that I was supposed to give like by that deadline. They weren't supposed to do that, but they still helped me. And that's why I think that communities are something that will bring a change. So coming to what makes me realize that we need to see beyond ourselves is that we need to start giving back to the communities. We all owe a lot to these communities which help us grow every single day that we live. And this is the power of community. It creates an exponential impact. Just the smallest of help can create a lots of help to others. Just as like a recent incident this year, I had one friend from the Ahmedabad, like he was junior to me, and we had a discussion of how we can navigate through opportunities and how we can leverage communities. And after 6-7 months, he contacts me that he got an internship into University of Southern California, and he's now helping other juniors, and he sent a screenshot that he was helping because some random senior helped him. So I was like, wow, this is the power of community, that we can actually create that exponential impact starting from the small one. And the final one, and I feel the most important one, realizing the bubble of us, seeing beyond us towards the purpose and benevolence. Because we as a human society have been very selfish. We just think about ourselves. And if we start, even after starting to think beyond ourselves, we think about our communities. But these humans and with so-called the most intelligent creature, are we just meant to achieve these XYZ goals? What's like our contribution to this universe, to this ecosystem? Are we just a burden, or are we an asset with this intelligence that we have? And that's what is like the reason behind this is that most of the youth that I realize, I talk to them every day, lack a purpose. And this actually is because that like what do we aim, like what do we have a aim for our lives? Making things simpler, making our life better. Like I was brainstorming with one of my friends one day, like a late night talk, and it turned out that he said that the purpose of his life is to get a BMW or a Tesla, have a bungalow or a villa, and do this XYZ job. So first of all, is this actually a purpose? And even if it is a purpose, is it constant? Like once you achieve it, you'll make new goals, right? You want to achieve more than that Tesla, more than that villa, and more than that XYZ job. And that makes me realize that it's not the purpose that you are chasing. Because these are goals, these can be milestones. But there's something that's beyond that as well. That we so-called intelligent creatures don't just die chasing these goals, but have something that our actions develop that narrative. And that actually makes me realize that we humans need to give a contribution to this ecosystem. And to have, like not just die chasing these goals and making new goals, but rather what, this is the purpose that, purpose benefit is that it keeps you driven at every single moment. Because you know that this is something that's beyond you, and now the short-term gains and losses don't actually matter. Like they do help you, but you don't get remain affected with them, and you know that these short-term goals still add up to the larger vision that you have. And that's actually like, do we have a purpose that's beyond just chasing, like beyond just chasing to reach this top? Like we all want to be these billionaires and achieve XYZ, right? But what I feel is that can we actually simulate ourselves being that? Like for one day, consider you are at the top of the fame, you are top of money, and you are top in every single aspect that you envision in life. Will you just binge watch movies after then? If not, then you do have a purpose. But most of us would do that, right? So that's actually purpose that can keep you driven even after being at the top of the society, top of every single thing that you can dream, and still you will wake up every day and do something. And that's your purpose. You know that's something beyond you, beyond just reaching that top. And therefore, I define purpose as something that's just beyond us and can make, like, it's beyond us. And that's the beauty of purpose, that it's beyond you and it still makes you happy. It still makes you strive every single day, irrespective of the resources that you have. May it be a lot of resources, or may it be like you don't have anything. And still you'll just strive for it to achieve that purpose. So what's my purpose? Well, I plan to actually change the mindset of people. And that's what I feel, that after a lot of discussions with my friends, I realized that to actually create a social impact, you need to bring a mindset shift, and then only you can actually create that impact. And that's one of my larger goals, and I feel that I want to create an utopia to achieve that, where everyone is driven by these set of like this mindset to be provoked and think. And also it can be like you can still and it's generational, like it won't happen in one day. So that's why it's important that we realize, I feel that I want to make this utopia. And it's actually, as I said, the result of lots of introspection. And I feel that all of my short-term goals are now aligned after I have this purpose. They align to the larger vision that I have. And here I am, like today, giving this TED talk. It's connected to my purpose of bringing that change in mindset. And here I am trying to bring that change in mindset. And one of the short-term goals was that I tried blogging with my friends about talking these, like these new perspectives to bring that change. And that brought me to this event as well. And that's what I call the perks of seeing beyond us, is that we can start to that we are still optimistically driven, and every moment you realize that it's not that something that's stopping you, and you keep chasing beyond. And then, so with this vision to scale infinity and beyond, I feel that also we need to realize that we need to stay connected with our roots, and also, secondly, live in the moment. And like death is the ultimate truth. And if you realize that that's the uncertainty of life, that it could be your last moment, you'll always be cherishing that moment, and you'll use that moment to align to your larger purpose. So these were my takeaways from these 18 months of not so conventional learning. And so we need to grow beyond these numerous bubbles and which we are trapped into, and burst them whenever needed, so that we can develop a vision that's infinity and beyond. And this is why it's important for we the youth to reflect over our life and our lifestyle. So finally, I'll conclude that here's what my geography teacher again used to say, that there are so many intelligent people around us, but these are the people who are trapped in these numerous bubbles. And that's why we have so many problems around us. But to scale this infinity and beyond, we need to, what the world needs is wise people, not just intelligent, where right action should be complementing the right intention, and where you are striving every single moment to make this world a better place. Thank you.